Hey guys, Sheepy here, and today we're doing the second installment of the patch notes recap. As always, if there's any suggestions anybody has for improvements, just leave it in the comments below. Always looking to try and make these better than they were before. So let's get right into it. A chat profile picture has been added. As of right now, I believe it's just the job of your character that shows as your profile picture when you're chatting in the new chat display, and now you can actually equip your own. I believe these would be paid, but either way you can have customization to your liking. The EXP cap has been raised from 300% to 350%. There have been some changes to Flames. So what they have done was added two pretty good, one of them being critical, extra stats that you can get. That's going to be final damage and defense ignore rate, or as some people would refer to it as IED, which is ignore enemy defense. These additional stats are strictly for legendary tier flames and higher, so legendary and mythic. The flames below it, unique and below, cannot get those two additional stats. With that being said, they are also removing some of the more useless options that you can get. Things that scale to meso, item drop rate, even some of them for crit damage and crit rate. If you want to know the specifics, you can take a peek at the patch notes, as I'm not going to show all of them. Really doesn't matter. Defense ignore rate has been added to the Abso set effect. So the 4 set receives 3%. The 6 set receives 3%, and the 7 set receives 4%. So that totals out to 10% IED when you have a 7 set bonus of Abso. They've also added defense ignore rate to mythic secondary weapons. This includes both the job specific and the Longinus spear. For MSWs, they receive 4% defense ignore rate, and that does not change with enhancement level. There are now more ways to get MDC from mag souls. Before, you could only get them by ripping mag souls on your weapon, but now they have added it to secondary weapons, shoulders, belts, and capes. So you can rip mag souls on those slots and potentially get more MDC. The MDC values that you could get from each boss's soul is shown in the table on screen. There have been some big improvements to the Legion system. I'll talk about the things that I find are relatively important. The class of your alts on your grid now contribute extra stats based on the class of the alt. Here's what I mean by that. Warriors will receive max HP, pirates will receive EXP, mages will receive party EXP, archers will receive boss attack, and thieves will receive crit damage. As you can see, there are caps to the amount that you can get for each stat, so you can weigh how many of each class you want to have on the grid to have the right layout. On screen, there's a table that shows you the rank of each grid block that you place, along with the amount of stat each will give. Another pretty nice improvement they made that I personally found really annoying before was that you can now place blocks anywhere. And by that, I just mean dragging them from the right side when it's not placed on the grid yet to placing it on the grid. Before, I don't know about you, but I play with my thumb when I'm doing that kind of stuff. Sometimes I end up having to switch to using my index finger, but trying to get the block to touch another block but not overlap it in order for it to actually place, because I don't know if you've ever tried that before, but you need to make sure it is right next to another block before you let go of it for it to actually place. And sometimes my big thumb is in the way blocking and I can't see what I'm doing. So they made it so you can place it on the grid anywhere and then adjust it from there. You do still need everything to be touching when you apply it, save it, all that. But as of the quality of life for putting your blocks on the grid, that helps a lot, and I really appreciate that they did that. Alright, link skills. They have made some changes to link skills, something that you guys have been asking for a while. And I'll start with the biggest one, presets. They have added link skill presets. Yes. They've also revamped the UI of the link skill menu, so it will look a little different, but it is changed in a way to help make it be a little more intuitive for everybody to catch on quicker without any confusion happening due to the menu itself. So let's get into some of the changes that they've made. They've removed the cooldown for transferring link skills. Instead, they have now added a set amount of times that you are able to transfer links per day. And this resets at midnight server time. So server reset, you have 10 available changes per day. 5 of them are free, and the other 5 will cost you 10 million mesos per change. These changes are all set per link skill, so per character. Each character can be moved around 10 times per day. They've also increased the maximum amount of link skills that you can have transferred at a time from 12 to 15. That was something that I've been seeing a lot of complaints about, which makes sense because they were rolling out a lot of new classes, but not bumping up the amount of link skills that we can use. So it's good to see that we can start to use some of those extra link skills that they've been giving us with these new character releases. All right, a little bit about the presets. They've made it so that the presets are character based. So the presets that you are saving are saved for that character. The preset that you save for your main character will not show up on a alt character that you have not set that same preset up on yet. It has to be per character. So if you wanted to mass create presets, you would have to do that one character at a time. Although that does offer a lot of customization for people who don't do the same things on each character. So that's good. This time I do want to touch a little bit on events because I did read through some of the events and it is worth mentioning. So first and foremost, there is a new set of events that are out and it does come with its own coin shop. It does appear to be pretty standard as far as the coin shop goes, although there is something I want to point out that this coin shop has that's worth noting. Here you can see it is definitely a pretty standard coin shop as far as the screenshot goes. Everyone knows the top of a coin shop generally will look like this. However, further down you will see that there is the option to purchase one extra entry to all of CRA. To those that farm CRA on alts or even just farm it on your main, this is the perfect opportunity to get an extra set of entries if you have the spare coins to do so. With this patch, there is a burning event, burning all the way up to 200, and it is not locked to any one class. You can burn anything that you want. Just go to the event tab and select the character that you would like to burn. Starting on an even number is ideal for all, although not necessary. This is a +1 burning, which means you get 1 extra level per level up. So it's going to go up in 2s. There's definitely people that don't know this. Once you set this burning character, it is set. You will lose it if you delete it. So do not choose a character you do not genuinely intend to burn. Rebirth Alchemist event. This event, I believe, is very good for people that have stocked up on rare, epic, and unique flames from bossing, dailies, and all that. You can turn them into legendary flames. That is right. They are giving you legendary flames. There is a point value that needs to be reached before you can craft one, which is 1,000 points. And you can see here that the point values are shown on each tier of flame. So rare flames, 5 points, epic flames, 10 points, unique flames, 80 points. I'd make use of this one, guys. Mpets are back. Yes, Wisp's Wondrous Wonderberry Season 16. There's not much to say about this, but if you would like to, go for it. Get your Mpets, guys. I did want to make a mention that there is a mannequin package up now. I know a lot of you really into mannequins, really into fashion story. And if you don't know, mannequins are used to save any faces, hairs, skin colors that you like. You can save it and you can switch between them for free. But you do need most of the time, a paid for mannequin in order to save it. You can think of it like a slot that you can save any combinations that you would like. A lot of the weird faces, weird hairs, weird skin colors, people will save those and put it on for Halloween or something. So mannequins are back. Go get them. I did want to talk about some of the other improvements that they've added at the very bottom. I feel like they're worth mentioning. So Fair Trade can be used on altars now in Damien and Lucid. Before, having Fair Trade on damages you, and that stops the progress bar. You cannot be taking damage and you cannot be in an iframe. Now, you can use Fair Trade. They've also increased the maximum amount of mannequin slots from 16 to 17. And they're also setting up for arcane symbol enhancement discount coupons. Those do get pricey after a little while. I still don't really want to go into bug fixes as a regular thing on these, but I did see that they actually fixed an issue where some defense ignore rate was being applied for certain V skills when it shouldn't be. So they removed that. Alright, I think that about wraps up this patch note recap. As always, the patch notes will be linked in the description below. Don't forget to like the video to show me that these are helpful enough to continue making, and subscribe if you'd like to see future recaps to come. Otherwise, it's been fun. I'm out of here. Peace.